How appropriate, I'm wearing my DC Batman shirt for our Marvel Captain America. Some might call that poor planning.
What do you think?
I think it works.
Welcome to Durbania. I'm Rhapthorne.
I'm Durban.
And today we're going to be reading way too much into Captain America, the First Avenger.
So reading way too much into Captain America. When it comes to superheroes, I feel like there's always so much to read way too much into.
Absolutely.
But if there was a scene that I had to pick that I was going to read into, it's that scene where it's the night before the procedure, where he gets the serum injected in him, he gets the rays to turn him all tall and muscular and all that stuff. The doctor and him are talking, and he says, "Can I ask a question?" It's like, "Yeah, just one." Which I thought that was kind of rude. I mean, come on, this is a major procedure.
Right.
Why me? But the conversation that unfolds there to me is very revealing. In the movie, I see a picture of a man after God's heart. Because throughout this movie, I mean, you have that scene when they're going through the training, and Tommy Lee Jones is complaining about how small and skinny Steve Rogers is, and he needs bold men. What does he do? He throws out a dummy grenade. What does Steve do? His first instinct was to jump on that grenade to save everybody, which I gotta tell you, that convicted me. I might have ran and hit. I mean, there's a reason I'm not a soldier. But to me, that's a convicting scene to watch, because that was his first thought. And again, this is what makes him this great leader, because he's willing to sacrifice himself. He's willing to put himself on the line. He's leading by serving. He's leading by doing. I mean, he's got this heart that is going after good things. That's going after, pardon the Christianese, he's going after the righteous things. He's going for those. I mean, that's where his heart is at. And he was a very humble dude. People are laying their lives down, so he wants to lay his life down because he felt he had to. If other people are doing this, this is my responsibility to be a part of it. Yeah. So he had that heart of humility. And then contrast that to Johann Schmidt, the Red Skull, who was so impatient for power that he would take the formula when it wasn't ready, which proved he wasn't ready. He didn't have the heart for it. And so the formula takes bad things and makes it worse. It takes good things and makes them greater. It amplifies what's already inside. And they made a point to say that. And Johann Schmidt was just the evil dude. And he wanted the power of the gods. I mean, this is a guy that is all about pride. This is the guy that's all about power. Then you have Captain America, where they say that amazing line where they're like, a weak person understands the value of that power and understands what it's really for. And through every movie that features Captain America, I keep seeing that repeated, which is why when Civil War hits theaters here really soon, I'm Team Captain America. I love Iron Man, and I think both Cap and Iron Man have great points in this movie, and I cannot wait to see them fight. But this is why in the end I end up Team Captain America, because with him I see this picture of a man after God's own heart. Not perfect, but he is the man after God's heart.
Now, what's funny is we're both kind of going down the same path. However, I'm going to kind of compare Captain America to Jesus' disciples.
Okay.
The way that Jesus picked his disciples, he didn't pick them by their deeds or their money. He picked them for their heart. He knew that their heart would be a heart that would be able to carry on his legacy, carry on the story of Christ, right? So it's funny, the doctor, I can never pronounce his name correctly anyway, when he walks into the exam room, Steve Rogers is sitting there and he's all, skinny, bony, he's like...
Yep. Like me in high school, and kind of now.
Kind of now, yeah. And, he basically asks him, he goes, "Where are you from?" He goes, "Is it, and he starts naming off all these places that he'd put on these different cards, and he's like,
He's not worried about the 5 different places. He's concerned about the 5 tries. That's what he's interested in.
That's exactly what he said.
Yeah.
So he was interested to find out why. Why would you go through this 5 different times to try and go to war where you could die? And it wasn't about him. It wasn't about self-sacrifice. It was about putting his life on the line before everyone else.
I don't want to kill anyone. I don't like bullies. I don't care where they're from.
Peter ended up becoming a martyr for Christ because it wasn't about them, it was about the greater picture. You know, in Captain America, it's about winning the war, you know, not necessarily killing Nazis, but winning the war so that there would be peace, you know, so there, you know, and that's basically what Peter was doing. He died for a cause because he wanted everyone to go to heaven. He didn't want to see anyone die and go to hell.
No matter where you feel like your condition your heart is in, there's this cool verse in Ezekiel that says God will take out the heart of stone and give you that heart of flesh that is responsive to his touch. And you know, we all got our own gifts and our places where we fit and things like that, but it's just awesome to know that, and here I'm quoting Bruce Almighty, no matter how filthy something gets, you can always clean it right up.
There you go.
I love that line.
Love it.
If you saw Captain America, the First Avenger, what did you think of it? Make sure to let us know in the comments. And thank you so much for liking, commenting, and subscribing.
I'm Rhapthorne.
I'm Durban.
Thanks for checking out Durbania.